Hey everyone, and welcome to another MLM shit show. Today we have gathered here to watch a Monat top rep training. These are two tippy top reps in Monat. It's a very infuriating training, but I mean, nothing we don't expect from top Monat reps. So yeah, buckle up, it's gonna be a wild one. I'm on my lunch break, I have my cup of coffee here, and I'm waiting for the mechanic to fix my laundry machine, which almost killed me on Friday. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you would like to support me, and let's get into this Monat shit show. The video is like half an hour long, so I'm gonna try not to interrupt for too often because I've noticed when I'm editing that lately I've been interrupting a lot. So I'm gonna try to memorize the points and then just stop sometimes. I don't know. I mean, you can let me know down below. Do you prefer when I pause all the time and add little comments in there, or would you like me to pause a little bit less but then speak more in those pauses? Let me know which format you prefer. But yeah, let's get into this. This is called Leaving Your Legacy.
Months ago, I was kind of feeling really out of it. Like I was unmotivated, I was burnt out. And I spoke to Brittany and I was like, Brittany, I'm so out of it. And I had spoken to so many people about this, and no one kind of woke me up the way she did. And being in business for almost 4 years, I see so many people feel this way, whether you're 4 or 5 years in, or you're just starting and you're not getting results. Maybe we're looking for that instant gratification. Maybe we don't have the support we need. Maybe things don't go as planned. Our team falls, whatever the case may be. It's so easy to fall into that negative mentality, to get distracted, to give excuses, to focus on a million other things. And we're having such a great month so far, and we decided who else better than Brittany to come here and kind of whip us all into shape. She does it so gracefully, but gets the point across. So I think everyone here knows her, but just in case, she is SED. She is 5 MDC. I believe she is everyone's upline on this call. She is amazing, someone that you want to get to know. And Britt, we are so grateful and so thankful that you're doing this call for us, especially today out of all days. So let me find you so I can unmute you. And girls, guys, take notes, pay attention. This is not a call you want to be driving on. I'm in a basement, but I have my phone here to take notes. Okay.
I'm here, Joe. We love New York Joe, guys. She's in the Coburg basement. She's got a New York baseball hat on. We are here for this vibe.
Yes.
I am so excited to be on this call with you guys tonight. It's crazy. Earlier today, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make the call, and I have like a special angel number. It's 3 very, very random numbers. And I was just putting in the Zoom number for this call, and the 617 was in that number for this call. And I'm like, oh my God, that means I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be tonight. So I'm so glad I didn't cancel this call. And I feel like it's all of the best juju for all of us on here. But guys, I want to speak with you about being in this for the long term, for the legacy, right? We just got off of our director summit last week, and they put up an amazing visual for us there that was our growth as a company over the last 7 years, okay? So it started here, and we went up, and then we went here, and we went up, and we went down, and we went up. And it's funny because they always talk about 2018 at like the company as a whole. And they always say 2018 was the worst year the company ever had. And you see it on the chart, like 2018 is trending downwards. The crazy thing is that 2018 was the best year I ever had. And so many of my leaders on this call will tell you the same thing. It's the year I went SED. It's the year that I quit my job. It's the year that I got my car, right? So the point that I'm trying to make to you guys is that there's always gonna—
I just have to stop that there. Just want to add a little comment in there. 2018 was the worst year that they had. This was made a few months ago, 5 months ago. So from all the things that we've been hearing lately, how many reps Monat lost just this year. Obviously, it's not our place to say it, but I'm pretty sure their new worst year is 2022, if that's true, if those numbers are true with how many reps actually left Monat this year. But anyways,
going to be groups of people that are winning, always, okay? And I want to sit with the winners every single time. We determine if we are the winners every single year. Senator Louise talked with us, guys, about, how, especially in 2020, for the girls that were here in 2020, the fish were literally jumping into our boat. We were sitting in the boat and the fish were jumping into the boat and we were sitting back and we were like, this is amazing. I'll take this for the rest of my life.
First of all, I just don't like when they call people that they recruited fish. They're not fish, they're human beings who lost their jobs and their livelihoods, who lost their income and who were recruited into Monat under false promises of getting rich, being able to afford groceries, from small to big promises that don't happen for 99% of people, who lost even more money on trying this Monat biz because they were desperate and they lost their jobs in the pandemic. So just the fact, first of all, she's calling them fish, and then second of all, this whole demeanor and the tone that she's talking about, it's like as if she's completely delusional and detached from what people at the bottom actually go through. But again, she's the tippy top rep, so I wouldn't be surprised if she actually did forget what it feels like and how 99% of people don't earn any money. They work for free and they even go into debt with this biz.
Okay, anybody that's been with me on this call the last 4 or 5 years, we went up every single year, guys, exponentially. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, every single year was up, up, up. And I'm here to tell you guys tonight, that's not a real life business. We were lucky and we were fortunate, but that's not going to be business every single year. I love that quote that's like, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face, because that's just the honest to God truth. We got a reality check in the last year, and it was a small reality check, you guys, a very, very small one. And we had a bad fucking attitude, to be completely honest with you. Business got a little tough and everyone's mindsets went straight out the window. It's easy for everyone to sit around and say, oh my God, I have the best mindset on fleek, queen vibes, this, that, and the other thing, manifestation when business is good. Everybody has a great mindset when business is good. You're going to find out who the real leaders are and who the real badasses are when business is tough. You're going to see the work that you have or you have not been putting in on your mindset for the last 4 to 5 years. You're going to see it. Success is a mindset, you guys. It's a mindset. That's all that it is. And I'm here tonight to tell you guys that it starts with you.
And I'm here to tell you guys that success is indeed not a mindset. It's so much more than just a mindset. But what do I know, right? I'm just a poor peasant making videos for YouTube.
And I've had to remind myself that many times in this business. This business has humbled me time and time and time again. And that's what I was trying to tell Joe in my living room that night. You know, I've rode a lot of highs in this business and I've had a lot of lows, okay? And every single time I come back stronger because I learned something. I love our business because I tell people that you're going to become somebody that nobody can take away from you. You're going to develop a skill set that nobody will ever be able to take away from you. Nobody will ever be able to take my mindset from me. It doesn't matter if Monat were to be gone tomorrow. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be a leader. I'm not going to act off of my emotions. I'm still going to have great relationships with people that mean a lot to me. Guys, these are the things that are really, really important, okay?
Yeah, it's easy for you to say because you're a top rep, and if something happens to Monat tomorrow, you're going to get probably a new offer from a different MLM that wants you and your whole huge downline for them to earn them money. So you would still be okay, right? Because you would just jump to a different MLM and you'd still be successful because you got a huge downline that would follow you anywhere. But again, let's think about the little fish in this equation. The 99% of people that are at the bottom and don't earn anything, and even if they earn a little bit, I guess for them, if there was no Monat tomorrow, and if that means that they can get out of the MLM, that would be the biggest win that could happen for them. But a lot of them would follow this lady into a different MLM and just throw more money onto that different MLM, and it's just this hamster wheel of losing money and getting into debt and working for free, and it's heartbreaking.
Our egos are what get us tricked up. And I want you to think about that. We talk a lot in our company about recognition, and recognition is important. And I think the company puts it so much in the forefront that we crave it so much, okay? I am not a recognition person because I'm not here, guys, because I need to be on a stage. I don't need people to praise me or tell me how great I am or to get an award or for people to clap for me. It's not what fills my cup up at the end of the day. Okay. And I want you guys to think about that tonight. It's just an adrenaline rush. Okay. That's all it really is. It's not going to give you true happiness. It's not going to give you true purpose. You're not going to wake up tomorrow morning and be like, I am so happy that I got that award. It's not going to get you out of bed. So you have to come back to what's really important to you. You know, what's really important to me is providing a life for my family, being able to do things for my parents, starting a nonprofit organization, being able to travel when I want to, not having to worry about bills. Like those are the things that are important to me over getting on a stage, being clapped for, people saying I'm great. Like if you don't think you're great, who cares if anyone else thinks that you're great? You have to have a good self-image, guys, and you have to keep yourself humble, okay? Humble, humble, humble. It's so important. It's more important than the numbers, more important than any title. I don't want anyone on this call tonight, guys, to define themselves by a title that you are at, by a rank that you are at. You guys are so much more than that. I don't define anybody on my team by a title. Show me who you are. I want to see how you show up. I want to see what kind of attitude you have. How do you treat other people? Okay. I want to talk about being burned out because that's like a buzzword these days. Oh, I'm burned out. I'm burned out. This one's burned out. That one's burned out. Like,
burned out is not a buzzword. Burned out is when you're hustling, when you have kids on the side, family, marriage, relationships, parents, a full-time job, and you're trying to hustle with all of that, or even a newborn baby, and you're trying to hustle in an MLM, and you're not getting anything in reward for all the effort and hard work that you're putting in. You don't have your me time because your me time is now replaced with hustling in this MLM biz that you're trying to make your side hustle, and then so it becomes your full-time income, you get this freedom, whatever. It's not a buzzword. It's very easy to get burned out. So can we stop disregarding people's feelings and people's needs for some me time and for some rest and relaxation time without hustling on something? Everyone needs at least half an hour a day to themselves. You deserve that time for yourself, to do something nice for yourself, to treat yourself, whatever you want. We all deserve it. And if we're not getting it for a longer period of time, and I know this because I've done this to myself a few months ago. That's how I ended up at my gynecologist, my MLM gynecologist office, because I was so stressed out, so overworked. I barely even noticed that I was stressed and overworked, but my body sure did. So I got an inflammation. I had a ton of different health issues as a result. So yes, I was burned out. It's not a buzzword. It happens, especially with this grind mentality and there's nothing wrong with grinding. I grind as well, but like I said, now I make sure that I have some time for myself on the side, and then I take care of my mental health and my relationships and stuff like that before my hustle and my full-time job. My relationships come first, okay? And my mental health. Again, it is not a buzzword. It happens.
What the hell does that even mean? Okay, I know what it means. It means that you're making it about you. That's what being burned out is, guys. It's just thinking so much about yourself and obsessing on yourself. When you start pouring into other people, you will not be burned out. When you're helping somebody else live a better life, you will never be burned out. So you have to think about that, right? I'm somebody.
Excuse me, okay, I have to interrupt, but like even doctors and surgeons who actually help people, firefighters, whatever, all of them actually help people and they make major differences. They save lives, but they can get burned out. So are you saying that they're selfish because they're too tired because they had like a 24-hour surgery and they didn't get any sleep? Or that they were putting out a major fire for, I don't know, 12 hours and they're burned out and they're tired and they're being selfish? Excuse me? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That likes to work out. Joe likes to work out. A lot of the best leaders like to work out. So when I think about being burned out, it's like, because what people will say to me is, I'm burned out, so I'm going to take a step back from the business right now. I need to get my shit together. I'm going to take a step back from the business. You're somebody that wants to work out. Are you going to get in better shape by taking time off from the gym? No, it's never going to get you closer to the result. It's literally going to take you further and further and further away from the goal that you're trying to get to. So if you guys are trying to rebuild your business, you need to lean into the business, not lean away from the business. The more successful that we get in this, I think what happens is we start to get comfortable. We start to get really comfortable. We start to lose that hunger that we had 5-6 years ago. And I look at somebody like Ed Milet. He's somebody that I love, that somebody I want to be like. And, how do you continue working towards like being a billionaire and not getting satisfied on that route along the way? It comes back to purpose. It comes back to other people. Like that's what's going to get you guys out of bed every single morning. I changed my mindset last year. I had a bad mindset like everybody else. Okay. I was burned out. I was cranky. Everyone on my team is coming to me and complaining day in and day out. And it was just bringing me down. I changed my mindset, guys. January of this year, if you're on my front line on this call, everybody got the same conversation from me. I don't want to hear it anymore. Do not come to me with any negativity for 2022. That's the vibe that I'm on for the rest of this year. I want solutions, not problems. And that's how you guys should treat your uplines. That's how you guys should treat your downlines. I want solutions, not problems.
Excuse me, if you are a leader and you have a downline and a team, as a leader, you're supposed to deal with problems and listen about problems, as well as solutions, sure, but also problems. It's a big part of the process, right? And success, no? Oh my God.
Okay. I used to say, I'm going to ride this company until the wheels fall off. That's what I used to say all the time. I have a new saying. I'm going to drive this company until the wheels come off. I'm taking ownership for what we're doing on the go forward. Guys, there's no other company out there that compares to what we have right now. There's no compensation plan out there. There's nobody else that's more on trend with where the world is headed than what we have right now. The company is literally planning to go from 1 billion to 2 billion. Okay, there's $1 million of growth that they are projecting. I want the $1 billion in my downline. I want the entire billion. So if I fall short at 80%, then I'll take the 800 million. But I'm shooting for the full billion, and you guys should shoot for it too. A lot of people are sleeping across the company, guys. It's not just on our team. Everyone's sleeping. That's fine. You know what? I see that as an opportunity for growth for us. Everyone else wants to sleep. I'm going to be up early. I'm going to be recruiting. I'm going to be a founder in Europe. I'm going to be a founder in Australia. Guys, we stopped talking about these things. We stopped talking about founder shares. Hello, wake up, everybody. Guys, we sat at SED meeting, SED day, whatever, and they were talking about their US founder shares. And there was a bunch of like the emerging founders in mine and Joe's group that we were in. And we're like, how much money do you guys make in founder shares? We want to know. They make 15,000. Well, obviously it's projected on sales, income disclaimer on the screen right now. They made $15,000 for one share last quarter. All of them have like 3 shares. So that's $45,000 a quarter. That's $180,000 in 1 year for being a founder. So if that doesn't motivate you to get up, to get out, to start growing teams in Europe, growing teams in Australia, growing teams in the US, it just depends with who, like, it really depends with who you're talking to, okay? So I can talk to one person in my day who's like, business is horrible, I'm losing MMBs, I can't recruit anybody, blah, blah, blah. And then I have another team right now on my front line that went MMB in 30 days, recruited 100 market partners in 60 days, all in the US too. So if you're sitting on this call tonight and you think that the US is saturated and that it's not the same as it was 5 years ago, I hate to break it to you, my friend, but you are completely wrong. Okay.
No, that's literally what it is. It's oversaturated and it's a lot different than it was 5 years ago. Like in so many different ways. Like, what are you even talking about? Business changed. Products changed, even Monat's range of product changed, customers changed. Well, customers are mostly probably reps still. There's a shit ton of them as well, which there wasn't that many 5 years ago. Stuff's changed. Like, it's not the same. How can you say it's the same when clearly it's not? And it wouldn't be great for the business if it was the same as 5 years ago.
I have a US team that's recruited 100 market partners in 60 days, gonna be in 90 days. Like, they are flying through the ranks and they are killing it and they have a good attitude and they inspire me every single day to be a better leader, okay? Something else I wanna talk about, because what makes Monat different, guys, is our culture, right? So, I did my MDC video. Anybody on this call that's been in an MDC video, the man who shoots it, Slade, is like the most amazing person. When he came and shot with me here in New York, we had a really good conversation about the fine line between inspiring somebody and making somebody jealous or envious of you. And this is something that we really have to think about on our social media as we continue to become more and more and more successful. Something I think about with everything that I post. I posted a house that I bought recently. And as I was posting it, I'm like, how can I inspire somebody with this and not have somebody look at me and say, F this girl? Okay,
well, I mean, I thought this was something very obvious to everyone out there, but you can't affect how other people are gonna see you, and you can't affect if they're gonna be jealous or inspired by you. That's up to the individual person. Whatever you do, no matter how you word it, some people are gonna be inspired and the others are gonna be jealous. So there's nothing you can do to affect that. It's really funny that we're even talking about this. Like, you can't control what others are gonna think of you. Obviously, if you're being a major dick and rude to people and stuff, but if you're just sharing your success and your fitness journey or your financial, whatever the fuck kind of success, you just can't affect. Like I said, some people are gonna be inspired, and to other people, they're not gonna like you because they're a little bit jealous.
I want you guys to think about walking that fine line. I saw a lot of people today, and it made me think about this today, was everyone's posting that Kim K interview about, get off your ass and work and blah, blah, blah. And I loved it. But I saw the backlash against it. And I kind of thought about Slade in that moment where it was like, she didn't inspire people with what she was saying. And she could have, I think that she pissed people off more than she inspired them. So with everything that you guys put out, come back to your core principles. Come back to who you were before you started Monat. Don't let your ego get ahead of you. Don't let your social media get ahead of you. Stay grounded. You want to be somebody that people look to. Guys, you know what? The best way I can say it to you, when people come to your social media, do they walk away feeling better or worse? Do they walk away feeling better or worse? Do they look at your life and think that they can never be like you? Or do they look at you and think that that's someone that they want to be like? It's two very different things. And the same thing goes for how we talk to our teams. I will never be the leader who's like that mean girl that rules with an iron fist, that's kicking people out of the chats because they don't have enough PV and this, that, and the other thing. That will never be me. That will never be our culture. I want everyone to know that there's a seat for them at our table. And some people are going to go fast and some people are going to go slow, but there's a seat for everybody here, guys. And we need to be that leader. Everybody here needs to be that leader. That needs to be our culture at Monat. We don't want people to walk away feeling worse than when they came. The real life is hard enough, okay? Especially these days. Life is so crazy. When people come to us, when they're in our chats and they're on our calls, let them walk away better. Don't let them get off your stuff and feel like shit. You want to inspire. And it comes the same exact thing when we're talking about recruitment. Everyone wants to talk about recruitment. And, you know, what I say to them is, listen, if someone's going to go into business with you, they have to like you. They have to trust you. They have to respect you. Those are big things. But in some kind of a way, they have to want to be like you. Okay? So it's not just about how you show up on social media. I want you guys to think about how you show up in real life. How are you in your friend group? How are you in your family? Like, what dynamic do you play? Are you the peacemaker? Are you the drama? Like, are you someone that acts on their emotions and flies off the handle? People are always watching you guys. So I want you to show up as the best version of yourself, someone that inspires other people, someone that someone would want to go into business with, okay? What else? We talked about founder shares. The last thing I really wanted to talk with, I guess that this is a good thing I forgot. I had a call with everybody on my front line in the beginning of the year, okay? I reached out to every single person. I had an intimate conversation with every single person, and I asked them 2 questions. What do you need more of from me? And what do you need less of from me? And I would do the same.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused because she said she had that call with them and she asked them, what do you need more from me and what do you need less from me? But then earlier she said, I don't want to hear about your problems, I want solutions. But what if someone needs you to listen to their problems and help them find a solution? I assume that was an automatic no, you can't get that. But it's like, why are you asking what they want if you don't plan on giving them what they most likely want from you?
Same thing, guys, with every single person on your team, because we're not mind readers and we all try to be the best leaders that we can be. And it's wild because the answers I got from every single person were completely different. Like literally night and day. Some people want me to step away from their team more. Some people want me to go into their team more. Some people want me to have more calls. Some people want me to have less calls. Some people need recognition. It's all different answers, you know? So just learning how to govern all these different teams. What do you need more of from me? What do you need less of from me? I want you guys to really tonight think about collaborating. When I look at the leaders, guys, on this call, this is the best of the best in our entire industry, not just in our company, in our industry. We're literally surrounded by greatness and everybody has something different to offer, okay? I don't check every single box. Nobody does. But when we come together, right, we have it all. So I want you guys to collaborate more. I want people to look at our team in 2022, let the company say 2022 sucked, and we're going to walk around saying 2022 was the best year that we ever had. It's going to be the year that we blow everybody out of the water. We're going to be the comeback kids. We're going to drive this bus until the wheels fall off. I am trying to get a paycheck from Monat for the rest of my life. Okay. I don't know how else to put it to you guys. I'm literally trying to get a check from this company until the day that I die. That's why we're here. That's why we're building this. That's why we've been doing this for the last 5 years. We did not come this far to only come this far. And anybody that's gone through a rough time, let me tell you, it's going to serve you. It's going to come full circle for you. There's going to be people on your team in 5 years from now who are going to go through another rough time, and you're going to be able to look to them and say, guess what? We've been through this before, and we came out stronger. So that's the whole point of this, guys. 3 years ago, or whenever all the lawsuits happened, it was a tough time, you know, and we were like scared shit. I just quit my job. I'm like, oh my God, are we going to make it out of this? We came out stronger. The sales went exponentially higher than they ever had before. So this bad time is going to create tough leaders. Bad times create badass leaders. Okay. We have like 7 minutes. If anybody wants to ask a question, Joe, if you want to add anything or want me to talk about anything.
Yes, no, I literally have chills. My head hurts from going like this because, girls, I heard a version of this in her house, and then I heard a version of this in the call she did, and then I'm hearing it again, and I still get new information. And I think a couple of things that
I didn't think that she brought anything innovative in here. I don't know. You can let me know down below if I missed on something. But to me, this sounded like your usual average training call. I guess it just comes from a higher person that they all admire / or are jealous of. So it holds value to them. But to someone looking from the outside inside, it's like, okay, we hear this all the damn time. Like, what?
Want you guys to really focus on is when you said there's always someone winning. And, you know, like I said, we have brand new girls here. We have old leaders, 4 or 5 years old. 5, I think, is the max because you would be the oldest one. And there really is always someone winning. And that's why we have to be so careful who we talk to and who we surround ourselves with. Because so many times the girls I was talking to, and at times they were my friends, they were my leaders, we were all over it, tired, negative. And then we have the new girls or our level 2s and 3s that are winning, running, getting the market partners, getting the VIPs. And that's what I'm doing this time around differently. I don't care who it is. I want to be with the people that have energy. Because I always say it's a two-way stream, this relationship. It's, you know, I give, you give. I get my motivation, my inspiration, my energy from my team, from those people that are hustling. Okay, so keep that in mind. If the people you're talking to, surrounding yourself with, whether it's your upline, your downline, your sideline, or your level 1s, if they are not serving you and they're not making you better and they're not making you get out of that funk you're in, maybe they are not the people you should be with, okay? They will shape your perspective. They will make it seem like everything is going to shit when someone else is living their best life. Like Britt said, 2018, she had her best year. The company had their worst year. That's when I came in the company and I lived my best life, you know? It's perspective. It's like, where do you stand? Also, when you were talking about assumptions and expectation, well, assumptions, but I want...
Okay, wait, there's something that bothers me about this, because imagine if you're at your actual full-time job and you're having a bad day, a bad week, sometimes we have a bad month, and imagine if they're like, oh, so how's your day? And you're like, well, I'm not doing great because of this, and that. And then your boss is like, okay, you know what? You're fired because your mindset is too sad. You're too sad. You're not a good vibe at the moment. I don't like this, and I need to let you go because of my own mindset. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? You can't force, but I guess this is what they do a lot in MLMs, toxic positivity. Even when you feel like shit, you have to fake it until you make it, go up on social media, pretend that you're living your best life. You're not allowed to have a bad day or a bad week, God forbid a bad month. That's very toxic, so I just can't agree with this argument at all.
Add assumptions and expectations with your team and your upline. That's the worst thing we can do. And I said it in a call I was in earlier. I said it in the Spanish chat I was in earlier. You know, I assume that because they're MM, they don't need me, and I don't like speaking Spanish, and I dropped the ball on my Spanish team, and it's not true. I had SEDs from my Spanish team telling me, Joe, we need you. So lesson for me time and time again that I always say it and I'm still learning it is don't assume. Don't assume you know it all. Don't assume your team is okay, but also don't expect, because when we expect things, that's when we get disappointed. And you don't want to be disappointed when you're doing this kind of business time and time again. And then when you said collab, I want you girls to know that this call came together from a collab, from a bunch of sidelines, different people. You have Bianca, you have Sam, you have Pixie, you have Nicole, AJ. Like, we were all in a chat and we were like, let's get Britt on a call. Like, we're all collabing together. A bunch of SCDs are working together. None of us benefit from each other. Okay, maybe me from Bianca a little bit. But other than that, no, maybe I don't know. But the point is we're collabing, we're working together, we're holding ourselves accountable. So find that group for you. And for our new girls, I want you to know that you being on this call was a privilege and a step forward, because you're getting kind of like a look into what may happen to you. Right now, you're super excited and you're probably like, I can't relate, because that was me when we started. I can
At what may happen to you, but as per the income disclosure statement, it does not happen for the majority of people. So just a small teeny tiny issue there. It may happen, but it probably won't unless you have a giant following that you can recruit into your team.
speak for my whole team. When we started and we saw people going backwards or people being upset, we're like, what is wrong with them? Like, this is the best thing ever. We were so high on Monat. I wish someone would have told us, girls, it's not always going to be a high. You are going to struggle. It's going to like make you work. So if you're new and you're on here, we definitely don't want to kill your high, but we want you to view this as a blessing. Like, it's going to be like this, but this is a great prep for you. And if you build a strong foundation, which we have in this downline, in this team, Britt has done a great job. We've built a strong foundation. It's just going to get better and you're just going to grow from it. And it's only going to go up. So, I mean, Britt, I think you covered everything head on. Like I said, I shared in the little SED chat. Britt did it for me. I hope she could do it for some of you, whether you are feeling stuck or you're obsessed with the business right now. It's just a perspective of how we can be better, how we can do better. And maybe you're the one that's on a high right now and so many people are on a low. This is our chance to take over. And if you're the one that's on a low, this is your chance to say, there's so many people on a high. It's my chance to step it up. Okay, I had a realization. Britt, I don't know if you remember when you told me, and my boyfriend Eric was also there. They literally both stared me in the face and they're like, do you realize what you're saying? Do you realize what you have? Like, Eric tells me all the time, he's like, Joe, forget the money you make, like the way you're making this money. Working from wherever you want, being with your son, the freedom, the this. And it took a couple of hard conversations for me to...
The way you make money is by scamming people. The majority of hundreds of people, if not thousands, in your downline losing money, working so that you can get your money. What? Of course, it's my own opinion that they're just scammers. Let me know down below what you think about that.
Be like, this is literally the best of the best ever. And
Yes.
it's okay if you've ever doubted. Like, Britt, you said you went through it a little bit too.
100% I went through it. 100%, and I had to pull myself up, guys, and like really realize like how blessed we are. I just want to address something really quick because I meant to say this and I just saw somebody write it in the thing. What do you do about people that you feel like you have to drag? Right? That word drag. Guys, I've been there and I told this story last week to I think Sam's team, but I lost a bunch of MMBs last year, like 4. And like for the second half of the year, I was like, I'm a great leader. I am so good at the business. I am going to get these people back to MMB. I'm going to do it no matter what. And I had this whole plan for them and I'm calling them and I'm texting them and I'm telling them to get me on calls and blah, blah, blah. And I'm dumping so much energy into these lines. And I'm getting on phone calls with them and I'm listening over and over to the same excuses and the same story. And they're not taking my advice and they're not making the changes. And the truth is, it never moved. Okay. I never got them to the goal. And month after month, I found myself upset and sad and burned out and all of the things that I couldn't get these people to their goals. Okay. And then I had a mindset shift there too. And I said, you know what? I need to focus on building my own personal business. Instead of these 4 MMBs, I'm going to go out and I'm going to recruit 20 new people and I'm going to get 4 new MMBs out of that. And that's exactly what I did. And the second that I did that, my business turned around. Okay. I told everybody on my front line beginning of January, do not call me and complain about the same 3 people on your front line who don't work anymore. I don't want to talk about it. It's new vibes and it's new energy for 2022. You have people that you're dragging, and this is much different than what I talked about earlier on the call about, treating everybody the same. Guys, you have to put your energy where you're seeing the results. That's a business, okay? We are all friends and we all get along, but at the end of the day, we're running a business. You have to put your energy where you see the results. No more dragging, no more focusing for the rest of the year on the people who don't work. When they are ready, when they want to put in the work, you will know it. They will be blowing up your phone. They will be calling you. They will be texting you. They will be getting you on potential calls. We match the energy that we receive. Everybody gets the same version of me. They get my calls. They get my trainings. They're in the chat. But not everyone is going to get the same leadership from me if they're not putting in the work. Okay?
Wow, loud and clear. If you're having any difficulties, any issues, I'm your leader, but I do not want to help you out. Great leader you are, Brittany. And also, she kind of said the quiet part out loud again there. She said she had 4 people from her front line quit. She couldn't get them back. Her business was crumbling. And then she went out, recruited 20 new people, and that saved her biz. So it's about recruitment, right? Recruitment saved your biz. Again, that is all that the anti-MLM movement has been saying for years, and I'm sure we all appreciate when they come out like this and admit what we're trying to say. They basically prove our fucking points, and we love that. We're gonna take that small victory from today, especially since it came from a tippy top rep and Monat. But I'm gonna wrap that up here because my lunch break is almost finished. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to support me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.